You are once again welcome to the Eagle Mentality Daily Podcast Program. And as our way of operation, I take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence or to invoke the spirit of our departed co founder, my spiritual partner, Eagle Helen Mensa, in our midst. And having done that, I move on to today's topic. Today, I'm going to speak to you on your feelings, what you feel emotionally. It matters. Your feelings matters very much in your existence. And if you actually look at the human existence, the very reason why we are on earth here is to be happy, is to feel good. No human being exists to feel bad. No human being exists to be sad. The only thing that all human beings are gravitating towards is feeling good, that is to be happy. So if you're looking for money, the money you're looking for is not necessarily to have it for just having sake, but the motive behind possessing the money is to feel good and to be happy. If you're looking for a husband, if you're looking for a wife, whatever you are looking for or you are working towards to achieve in your life on earth, your every human being, is for you to feel good and to be happy. And so the natural state of a human being is happiness, feeling good. And if you are living and you are not feeling this, that means you are living against the essence or the purpose for which you are on earth here. And so every one of us here is living to feel good. And the feeling good comes with not the things we surround ourselves with, but it comes with how we perceive things, how we define things. And as I've already explained to you in the previous podcast or episodes, a human being is made up of two parts. You have your physical and non-physical parts or perspectives. These two perspectives, things, generate thoughts. And for you to be complete, for you to be one, these thoughts from both perspectives must be in agreement with together, in agreement, yeah, about anything that you are using as your subject of attention, anything that you are focusing on. And so whenever you feel you feel bad, you feel any negative emotion, it is an indication, it is a message to you that what the thoughts you are entertaining are not in alignment or in agreement with the thoughts of your broader or your greater perspective, that is your soul. And so the feeling good is to be in alignment, to be in agreement with your own self. Your you in the physical and your you in the non-physical must always agree. And when you are able to attain this level, regardless of anything that is around you or you are going through, you will feel good. Because you are looking at things from the eyes of a power that you are made of. And so to feel good, it's not about things that you surround yourself with. But when you feel good, because you are in tune with God, all the things that you desire comes to you. So the feeling must come first before the things. But what we have been trained to believe and to behave is that if you don't have anything, you feel bad, you feel sad. And because you are doing that, God will bring those things to you. No, that is not how it is. And that is why we pray that we don't see anything. And so your feeling is a very important thing. And as I've already stated, no human being on this earth here is living to be sad. No human being on this earth here is living to have any negative emotions or negative feelings. But you are living to be happy, to feel good. And so now, the feeling good, as I've already explained, is a matter of thought. Is the interplay of thought between your physical perspective and your non-physical perspective. And so anytime you are doing anything, do not focus on the subject of attention. As I explained yesterday, the subject of attention, whatever is in your focus, is to help you to make choices. But the choice you make, that will determine what or how you will feel. And so let's say one of the biggest problems in our societies, in our lives now, in the human being's life, is marriage. Let's take marriage for example. If you're looking for where toxic issues are, that is in marriage. Men and women are not able to live together. And so why do we have that? You know that the person is in the marriage, he or she is not feeling good. She doesn't feel worthy. There is no happiness in the marriage. But the person is believing that it is the other partner that would change for him or her to be happy. No, you are fighting you're a losing battle because you have no power to change anyone. And the happiness, the feeling good about anything in your life has to do with you correcting it from within yourself. And so if you know that you cannot change the person that you are living with, then you will concentrate on you looking at the person from a different perspective. That is through the eyes of God. And so when you begin to feel that your positivity and your whatever you are experiencing because you are together with God, it reflects in the other person's life. And that is how to change someone. So your feeling about your husband, your feeling about your wife has nothing to do with the person necessarily, but it has to do about how you perceive the person, the perspective. And now let us look at this. In all human relationships, to expect someone to behave in a way that you will feel happy, it is simply and or you suggesting that or you believing that the person has to feel bad in order for you to be happy, because we are all in this life to be happy. And whatever every human being is doing, the person believes that it will bring him or her a certain kind of happiness, comfort, what the person feels good doing. And so if your husband, your wife or your husband is doing something, is behaving in a certain way, and you expect the person to change for you to be happy, then you are asking the person to be sad for you to be happy, which it doesn't work that way because you don't have the power to change the person. And when the person is not changing, what comes in is kind of perplexity, worry, anxiety, every kind of negative emotion that you are feeling. But if you be bold enough to look at this person, your husband and your wife, and tell yourself that this is the man I have married, this is the woman I have married, and I am determined to see this person from a different perspective. My happiness, my joy doesn't come from this person. Therefore, I am going to concentrate in uniting myself to myself. That is yourself in the physical and yourself in the non-physical. And when you unite these two perspectives, then you become a woman or a man of power. That your happiness reflects in your life, that it will even change your husband, because by the work of the law of attraction, that circumstance has to change. And even if it is not possible, then the law of attraction will find a way to take the person out in your life. You see, so life is not about responding to what things that surrounds you, or not reacting to things that surrounds you, but it is about responding to them. That is by looking at it in such a way that you will feel good. You find your happiness and your goodness from within. You say, so how you feel matters in every aspect of your life, in all relationships, at your workplace, your manager, your colleagues, whatever they are doing, in their mind, in their perspective, they are doing it for their common good. Therefore, if you expect them to change for you to feel good, then you are denying them the right to be who they are. But if you look at it that you are an independent being, and you have the power and an ability to effect change from within and feel happy about any circumstances, Your happiness will change the mood. Your happiness or your happiness and your feeling good factor will change the whole atmosphere in the workplace. And that is how to affect people. That is how to affect people and to bring change, a change that lasts forever. You cannot change anyone. That is the key thing. You cannot change anyone in this world, but you can change yourself. And when you change yourself, you will see that everything that seems to worry you, everything that appears to be a bother, becomes your friend. And so, how you feel matters. And as a matter of fact, we have a common way that we normally address each other or people. When you meet someone, you ask the person, "How are you doing?" And I would say the best way to address someone, the best way to ask someone, or this way about what the person is, the person's state of being is, "How are you feeling?" The feeling that matters. It is the feeling that changes everything. Your mood, everything, if you are, will change if you are sensitive to how you feel. If you are in anything, if you're doing anything that doesn't make you feel good, that doesn't make you feel good, then it means you are going against the constitution of your own being. You are separating yourself from yourself. But as soon as you begin to look for thoughts about different things that doesn't bother you but brings you happiness and joy, then you are uniting your own self, yourself to yourself. And when you unite yourself to yourself, both physically and non-physically, you become a complete being. And that is why you thrive. You live in this world and live as a person of power. So, how you feel is very important, and it's all about emotions. And as I've already explained about how our emotions are made, it is about the thoughts you generate about things and the thoughts your soul generates about things. The agreement or disagreement of it creates either positive or negative emotions. Emotions such as hope, love, enthusiasm, or laziness. All these things are emotions that we feel, and they all comes about as a result of how we look at things. So take a very careful or pay much attention to how you are feeling when you wake up in the morning. The first thing you have to ask yourself, how am I feeling? And based on your answer, begin to work yourself to the feeling good. And as a matter of fact, if you are in a marriage, your husband or wife cannot make you happy. They can give you money, they can give you all these things that you think will bring you happy, but that happiness does not last. If you are going through any situation and you think you can take a substance just to, block out your consciousness for a while. The fact is that as you go into that, it helps you temporarily, but don't forget that you are coming back to consciousness again after the power of that substance is gone. You are coming back to make the same thing unless you change your thought process. And this change, all these things cannot happen without us paying much attention to how we feel. How you feel matters. And these are emotional states. There is nothing that can bring happiness and joy into your life. The fact is that as soon as you acquire one, the next one comes up. As soon as you acquire the second one, the third one comes in. So you see that you are moving from one thing to the other, one thing to the other. If you are using outer things as your subject, as a way of becoming happy. But if you develop happiness from within, your happiness will bring all these things to you by the work of the law of attraction. This is very simple. This is very important. Simple, but very important. And I know, especially those of us in religion, Christianity, and we don't normally believe or accept these laws, but they are true. The law of attraction is true just as the law of gravity is true. And it works based on your emotions, how you are feeling. One very important statement I want you to make to take in this presentation is that the universe does not listen or respond to your words, what you say, but the universe responds to how you feel. And if you want God or universe to respond to or to respond to you favorably, then you must begin to develop, begin to listen to your internal guidance, that is your emotions, and deliberately generate thoughts about things. It doesn't necessarily have to be the topic that you are handling. If it is marriage and it's disturbing you, do not think about the marriage. Look for something different and think about it. And as you think about it, you bring yourself in unity with your greater self. And once you are united, you become one with God. Then everything in your life begins to prosper, begins to evolve along the nature of God. God is the source of everything. And once you are in tune with the universe, you are in tune with the universal force. It doesn't matter the name you call it. Your soul, God, Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter. But the fact is that this presence is with us everywhere. And the moment you begin to unite your personality with this presence, you become one whole. And that is what the prayer Jesus Christ gave, that they may be one as I am one with my Father. You see, we are all working to become one with ourselves, the supreme being upon whom or from whom all of us came, and that is the infinite presence that keeps animating and doing everything according to its own desires, based on the thoughts that we give to it at the same time. So, how you feel is very important. And that is how I end my message today. Pay attention to your feelings. And the one thing you also have to take into consideration is that you cannot change anyone. And since you cannot change anyone, your perplexity, your worry, your every negative emotion that you feel about a person is an indication of your lack of power, your powerlessness to effect a change in your life. But when you begin to look at it from the other perspective, the perspective I'm presenting, that you are the creator of your own reality, and it is done by the thoughts that you generate about anything around you, and the thoughts of your inner being, the thought of your soul, whatever name you give to it. And once you unite these two parts of you, you become one complete being, then you'll be able to live according to the purpose for which you were brought here. The purpose for which every human being is on this earth here is to feel good and is to be happy. And if you are doing anything in your life that you are not feeling good, it's not bringing you happiness, then you are going against the purpose for which you are here as a human being. Thank you. And God bless you. Now I say, may the overshadowing presence of God that keeps the stars from falling on us and keeps the planets in their orbit such that they do not clash with one another continue to keep you and open your mind, that you'll be illuminated, that you'll be enlightened, that you will see the truth that is being presented to you. Thank you, and God bless you.